guys, this is Stephanie and I'm Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Woo. Okay, so now we're here for round 2 of Judge That Book by the Cover, and I have with me my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law who are not married to each other because they're siblings, and that would be wrong and weird in many, many ways. This is Quenjamin, commonly known as Benjamin, and this is Elizabeth, commonly known as Elizabeth. So we have 6 books today. Hopefully we're not going to tie on this one. Hopefully we will have a distinct winner, and the prize will be announced later. So book number 1 is The Selection by Kiara Cass. See, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's The Selection. The
Selection. Okay, Benjamin, you tell me what this book is about based on the cover only. You cannot look on the back.
Okay. It says 35 girls, 1 crown, the competition of a lifetime. I'm guessing this is something kind of like The Bachelor, because 35 girls, so it's competition of a lifetime, and 1 crown, so they're competing to be the best, most lovely girl for a prince to get married to him, and to be the queen. Yup. Or the princess? I don't know. That's my guess.
Okay. The Selection.
So I was gonna say a spin on the Book of Esther, but it's kind of like what Benjamin Quenjamin said. So I'm gonna say that these 35 girls and the possibility of 1 crown, they are not competing to marry someone and be the queen. They're competing to be the queen and be like the ruler. And so it's like, yeah, there's a crown, there's a pretty dress, throw you off, and it's like, but I'm gonna rule the country, everything. So that's what I'm gonna say it is.
That sounds pretty good, actually. I would read that book.
Yeah.
But this is a book that is kind of a spin on The Bachelor.
Oh no!
It's
well,
set
I went first. So.
Yeah, you went first. It was a slightly dystopian universe here, but they are competing, Bachelor style, interviews, television, stuff like that. So 1 point for Benjamin.
Do I get to keep this book?
No.
Oh,
you do not get to keep the book.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
The next book we're going to talk about is Poison Study by Maria V. Schneider.
Okay.
Poison.
So I'm really trying to understand what this is about. I've got all this scrolly work stuff. So I'm just gonna go off and say this is about Poison Ivy.
Ah.
Of DC fame and her life before Poison Ivy. She was a scientist. That might not actually be true, but we're gonna say she's a scientist, or scientists are studying her. Could be, you know, we're a little vague on this. And they're trying to figure some stuff out, and she's like so gorgeous and everything, and she's a test subject. Could be of her own test. You have to read it to find out. This is origin story, Poison Ivy. Totally.
All right, Benjamin.
All right. This is one of those rare books that will keep readers dreaming long after they've read it. You are no help to me, Publishers Weekly.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. Poison Study. No, we're gonna say it's another dystopia.
Okay.
And so it's a world where everyone's poisoned, and she's trying to study the poison to figure out what it is that's causing this. And she actually has the cure, like the antidote is like in her blood, and she ends up dying. You have to read the book to get to the end. Big twist. Sorry to spoil that for you. She ends up dying.
You don't have to read the book.
Because she's like the person in the other group. And
okay.
Yep. It's about dystopia poison world.
Dystopian Poison. Poison Study by Maria V. Schneider.
Okay.
This book is about a girl who is basically on death row, and this is like king and queen times. And they basically say that you can be the king's poison, like the taste food tester person. Taste for poison foods. So she has to study poisons. And then there's a twist and there's some magic in this. So yeah, that's about all I really know about this book because I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to read it soon.
She had to study poison like a scientist.
I also said something about studying, but I don't know.
I'm not going to give it to either, you guys.
Dang it!
Because it was really far off. Okay, the next one is Wool by Hugh Howey. Benjamin.
Okay, let's see. There's a lot of red here. You can see a lot of red, and I feel like it's kind of just makes me feel scratchy. So, so what this book is about is it is about a young man. There's the twist. Who is a fashion designer, but it's in a world where they don't use wool ever because it's itchy. But he discovers a way that with blood magic that that it's no longer itchy, and people think it's wonderful. But he literally has to kill people to make it not itchy. So it's like demon blood bowl. So it's all about that. Does he get found out or not?
Who knows?
You don't know. So
read it.
The sequel's called
what's your
Demon
pretend
Bowl.
version?
Demon Ball.
Oh my gosh! I
Okay.
can't. Who can follow
Can you top that?
Who could top that?
Okay, so because Stephanie reads a lot of young adult fiction, and it seems to me that a lot of young adult fiction is dystopian world. So I'm gonna go with dystopian world. My funny answer is this is the untold story of Shaun the Sheep. But I'm gonna go with wool is considered an extremely rare commodity in these days. And so, yeah, that's about all I got. But it has to do with wool in dystopian society. Maybe somebody finds out where all the sheep have been hidden and can get wool again. Something like that. Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you're both really far off.
No.
But it is a dystopian society.
I'd say if anyone.
I don't think it's a young adult book. I'm pretty sure it's an adult book.
But you read so much young adult books.
I do. Okay, so
Well,
basically
this-
thousands of people live underground in this like silo thing.
Okay.
And there are
Dystopian.
really, really strict rules. And one of the things, if you break those rules, is they will put you outside the silo.
Okay.
To die, basically. Except that somebody goes outside, they don't die. So, yeah.
And they
Is
so,
their name Wool?
They
I
find the
think
sheep.
so.
Okay.
They find Shaun the sheep and they bring him back. No.
They're like, here's all the sheep.
Here are the sheeps.
Let me
Elizabeth
back
gets a
in.
point.
Yay!
Next one is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel.
This is about
Think.
the 1011 news station here in Lincoln. This is like the Hunger Games of news stations. All of them have had to fight in order to be the top news station. But
Like
they
in
don't
this
fight
idea.
with integrity and everything. No, it is blood sport. We do this thing. Station 11, man, they were seated really low in this. They thought they weren't gonna make it.
Is it like District 11?
Could have been. It is a similar thing. And so they're like, they thought they had no chance, but somehow they made it to be one of the top 3 news stations in the area. Or maybe even 2. Maybe 2 news stations in the area.
Ow.
And so, children are happy. Station 11. Read their epic success story.
Okay, now you will notice if you look closely, crossed blades. So there is killing and death, or just fencing, friendly fencing matches. But these look more like daggers or something to me. There's a rock wall and tents, but there's grass here. So what I'm thinking is that this is an outpost. It's kind of like, you know how you climb Mount Everest and there's different stations. It's like that, but this is a big prairie land, and so they make a pilgrimage to the heart of the prairie land. It's dangerous. It doesn't look dangerous. It looks pretty safe. This is Station 11. The last station is Station 12, but no one's ever come back from Station 12. So Station 11, it's become even a bigger and bigger place, and some people even just live there because they're too scared to go on in the heart of the prairie.
This is really creative. I want to read this
and
book.
there's wood there because they cut it.
We
They
should
can't
just
have
write
trees there, I guess. I don't know.
book idea.
The summary for this is no one ever makes it to Station 12. So Station 11 is now its own town. This is about a girl who shows up and she upsets the balance and she brings wood with her because they've never seen wood. They live on the prairie. And yeah. Oh, but she comes from past Station 12. She comes back. So messes up the world of Station 11.
Station 11. So this is actually by a Canadian author. Basically, the world has come to an end. There's a virus that knocks out like 90% of the population. This is what how the 10% are living.
Did we say dystopia?
No.
Neither of us said
It is a dystopian. Well, and it's more post-apocalyptic, I'd say, than dystopian. I mean,
Okay, alright.
given that virus would be the apocalypse.
Okay.
And then basically it's how society is restarting, and it's from a view of like some musicians and like a Shakespearean troupe that travel around to bring joy places. And it's from their point of view. However, this is from a girl's point of view. So I'm going to give it to Benjamin because he said a girl.
He did.
He did. Next one is Bright Smoke, Cold Fire by Rosamund Hodge.
A world burning out. A love without end. Okay, bright smoke, cold fire. I didn't even listen, apparently. So, Bright Smoke, Cold Fire has 5 ladies in white. Probably ladies. I know, it could be guys with long hair.
Who knows?
And there's this girl. There she is. Oh, this is like the Sunwell. Like if you've ever played World of Warcraft, but it's before it got corrupted. Except it's the Moonwell. The Moonwell, not just a Moonwell. Point being, these are the 5 priestesses of the moon. There's 5 of them. This, Ash is her name, and she has a red dress. She is very important. She's the main character. They think that they have to kill her because of the prophecies they've seen in the Moonwell. So Ash has to try to get away. It's a dystopia. Anyway, so she leaves society to try to live, and she finds a group of people, and they help her, and they come back, and they set everything right. But all 5 priestesses die. That's the end.
Just spoiled that book for everybody.
Everybody.
Okay, your turn.
Good luck.
They weren't supposed to know that the priestesses died. Gee, thanks, Ben.
Sorry.
No surprise ending for us.
Okay, so I'm seeing... Yeah, just look closely.
Do you see? It looks like a beach and a port.
Okay, so there's what looks like a seaside villagey place. This looks an awful lot like a certain, not Moonwell, but Moon Window from Game of Thrones. But anyway, so these, we could call them priestesses, whomever they are. I'd agree with Benjamin, they're probably doomed. This one, also, I was gonna say is dropping a paper, but that's the dot on the eye.
I thought that too.
See? I thought she was dropping a paper, and I'm like, this is significant. It's not significant. Okay, so all these people, they're trying to find the answers. We'll say the city there, they're trying to find the answers. And why not? She's the one who has the answers, because why wouldn't you put someone with answers in a red dress? She doesn't know, though. But she's bright. So, like, you see her, even though I've never heard of Smoke being bright, but she is. But the Cold Fire is, like, someone with, like, cold anger, someone who they're not, like, I react. I'm very reactionary. So she's, like, has this strength inside of her. Anyway... She doesn't know how she knows, because that's the way these stories go. That somebody is like, you are the chosen answer person one thing. And they're like, I didn't even know I could do magic reading. Killing people's stuff. I didn't know! So yeah, they're trying to figure stuff out. They might even push her through that window. But she knows. And I really think they're gonna end up biting it in the end. So that's this story.
Yeah.
All right. Bright Smoke, Cold Fire by Rosamund Hodge is a Romeo and Juliet retelling.
Oh, great.
But it's Romeo and Juliet with a twist. So there's a twist at the end.
The twist is that the 5 priestesses die.
Clearly, because you both said it. So it's clearly going to happen.
Yeah.
It says, war is coming, death is coming, one city is left. Only the Juliet beholds the key to save it.
You mean holds the key?
What did I say?
You said beholds.
Oh, holds the key to save it. I'm going to have to give this one to Elizabeth, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was just a little bit closer. It wasn't super close, but it was a little bit closer.
She had city, and not so much
city.
her being like, I will kill them, as much as we're working together, and she's got the answers. And I think she might have even said she's the key.
Though the hole in the ground is...
Yeah, what is that hole in the ground all about?
That's the smoke,
you have
cold,
to read the book
fire.
to find out.
Right.
We didn't tell you everything.
We don't want to spoil it.
The interesting stuff is still coming.
All right.
Oh, we're tied now, right?
Tied 2-2.
Okay.
Last book. I have read this book. It's been a while. It's called The Young Elites by Marie Lu.
Ooh.
This one starts with you.
Yes, because I have ideas. Okay. There's nothing else to help me except there's a sword on here. And since they have, like, what almost looks like lightning clouds, I want to go down a Stormlight Archives thing. But I won't. Stormlight Archives. Read them. Yo.
I didn't put any Brandon Sanderson in
yeah.
for a reason.
I'm like, I'm not Brandon Sanderson.
I'd be like, oh,
Okay.
I know what this is about.
So, I'm going to go with post-apocalyptic, which is not exactly dystopian as we established earlier. So, there is this society that has sprung up after whatever happened to wipe so many people out and so many things in the world out. And perhaps we have even like lost a generation of people. Kind of in, you might say like Walking Dead style, where it's like almost nobody's having kids. You just have this space and time, say 14 years, just picking it out of there, and say like no kids are born. And so the older generation's getting older, and so we have people that are getting like too old to help defend the society from, we'll say, like the bad guys on the other side of this whole conflict, because surely there's a conflict. There's clouds and storms. So we have to train up some quite young people, but they are the elites. And we have to train them up to defend the society from the bad people. Galactic.
Okay, man.
All right. Well, if you notice the font, this looks post-apocalyptic, or at least dystopian, because this looks kind of like Maze Runner, or
I don't like Maze Runner. It's a bad book.
well, yeah. I mean, it kind of was a disappointment. Anyway, but
we're not trying to talk about that.
Mary Lou here. I know it's Marie Lou. It just sounds more fun, Mary Lou. Best-selling author of Legend, which that sounds like something with. Oh, and this sword. This is an intricate sword. So this isn't just like, oh yeah, we have swords. This is like an ancestral sword. That's my guess. So yeah, it's something where they've been defending for a long time. They're defenders, because I've got a tank shirt on, because it's awesome. But you see how these words, they're like metal, but they're kind of rusted. So it is something where like, this sword's been around a while, and they've been defending a long time, but like, the young elites, actually the thing is, the older generation, they're all dead. All of them. They're not even training the young elites. They have to figure out what to do, and they have to rescue them. Because all of the older people, they're either dead, except some of them may have been captured, but they're the young elites, and they have to figure out what to do. It's kind of like Maze Runner in that way, you know, with the font. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yes, it's young elites, and they're defending something, but also they have to take something back.
Okay. The Young Elites by Marie Lou is basically like superheroes. Origin story for superheroes. Basically, this is a kingdom, and people come up with like special powers and stuff like that, and as soon as they find out you have special powers, they kill you.
Oh, that's not good for you.
So our main character here, she has special powers. She keeps it on the DL.
I should have said, of course it's a girl who it's about.
Of course it's a girl. She keeps them on the DL, and then she runs away from home to find other people who have superpowers, who they call the Young Elites. And then there's a twist.
Was it dystopian or post-apocalyptic?
Not really. It's more of a kingdom. I don't think I'm going to give it to either of you guys.
We tied!
Hey.
Scrapping both because you both were really far off. If you want to have a tiebreaker, tiebreaker is going to be Stealing Snow by Danielle Page, and you have 20 seconds.
Okay, Stealing Snow. Since it's got a mirror and stuff and snow, I'm gonna say this is a twist on Snow White. And before the queen can kill her or have the huntsman kill her, people are like, no, we like her, she's a future queen. So they steal her away and also apparently break the queen's mirror.
Jerks.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 seconds.
All right, here we go. Stealing Snow. Okay, there is a broken mirror, but this is a mirror about bad luck. And you can see a snowflake in that mirror. So, Snow White is in her own world, but this is about stealing her out of that world. So it's kind of like Storybrooke and, you know, all that for Once Upon a Time. Anyway, so they steal Snow White out of her world to save her, but then they send her back. That's my idea.
You stole her.
All right. Elizabeth is the winner.
Good job.
What is it about?
It is a Snow White retelling. Yay! Basically, it's pretty close to the original, but I think it is from Snow White's point of view. So Elizabeth's our winner. Do you want to know what you win?
A hug.
Best hugs forever.
I love
Peace.
That was really tight. Sorry. You can come in, loser.
All right. We will give you a pity hug.
No, just pity. Pity hug.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you coming along the journey of our silliness today.
So don't forget to like.
And click subscribe wherever it is, somewhere.
I post videos on Tuesdays and on Fridays, and you can see me then. Goodbye!
Bye!
Okay.
You are
Love, Steph, and Mark.
Love, Mark, and Steph.
I gotta.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Mom.
Why?
Hi.
Where is it? Is it?
I'm the cutest baby in the whole wide world. Oh, he already knows. There's a tissue box here, so Stephanie can blow her nose on her
It's very
on her
appropriate.
brakes.
True. It's so. Can't even.
Baby time.
This baby would like to talk about the book
There's our other brother.
His
from
book.
another mother.
that he wrote.
Okay, now Malachi, tell us what
be
this
the
book
one?
means
Tell
just by
us.
looking at its cover.
What does this book mean?
Tell us, what do you think?
Please don't put that in the video.
It's Steph's cheesecake. Where's the camera? It's over here. This is Steph's cheesecake. Roll it on.
Don't you wish you could have some?
This is my
Don't
family.
wish
Your cheesecake was
You
good like this.
cannot
It's a white chocolate
read
pumpkin.
a cheesecake this good. You have to taste it.
You get it on the lens. I will be so mad.